Afternoon guys, sorry I haven't been able to do a video of late, but today I just want to show you the bits and pieces I've been doing to the van. It's gone quite a lot has gone on in the last few weeks. I've managed to obtain some units and I've changed my rear seats and just tidied up a few loose ends and various bits and pieces. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Hopefully that will help others to or inspire others to do a similar thing. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I've done recently, or the last few days. The main thing I've managed to do is I've managed to get hold of these units. They are Ikea Besta units, and I bought them off of eBay, and they cost me £35. So I've got them at a real bargain. Now I've got a double unit here, and then a single unit at the back, and then a single unit at the top. This is the actual setup you see here, is how they were sold on eBay as a TV cabinet. Obviously the rail here will become more apparent about what that does, but that's part of the whole 3 units altogether. I've raised them up a little bit with some 3x2 underneath to give me a bit more height, and obviously to stop if there's anything on the floor in the cab, then we can still open the doors and pull things out relatively easily. The height against the windsill is still quite good. We are going to put like a 28mm worktop on top of this, which will then go over my fridge unit, and then maybe an end panel down the side here. Not quite sure. Still work in progress on that. Our existing table rail was along the window, and I've moved it and put it along on top of the worktop now, or on top of this surface, and our table clips in quite easily into that. The other thing I've changed is the seat. We had an existing T5 seat in the back here, but I've now changed this one. This one actually folds down, so I'm just going to do that now. You don't really need to see that, but okay, so now that's down in place. Haven't quite sorted out a bed arrangement yet, but we're working on that. But I want to show you more about these cabinets. As you can see, the one that sits on top of all the others, I've had to shorten the height. So obviously that made the door that came with the cabinet no good at all, unless I've faffed around with it a bit too much. So I've actually decided to put some bungees in instead. These bungees are the ones with the plastic moulded ends, and what I've done is I've actually cut off the hooks, drilled into the centre of the plastic, either end, and then just put a screw through. Yes, I know the screws are brass and they stick out like a sore thumb, but I will cover those up accordingly. So now that keeps stuff in on the shelf and doesn't keep falling out, hopefully, when it goes around the corner. I've done the same with the bottom shelving unit as well. Okay. Now I want to show you this configuration here. This is actually like a kitchen door closer catch, and that is like a cable clip, and the reason why it's a cable clip there is to take up the give that's on those doors, because what these doors, or one of the reasons why I bought these units, is if I push that catch in, these doors slide, and then that allows me to get to my storage. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I chose these Besta units. The Besta units are like a IKEA TV come cabinet type setup, and as you can see, what happens is is I pull the door shut and that catch comes out. Let's show you that again. That catch comes out and holds the doors in place so they don't move around on the side and around. They're not totally solid sides back units. They have like that cardboard honeycomb in the middle with a timber frame around the outside. So in some respects they are lighter than other units. Time will tell on their durability, but at the moment, as I said, I've got these for like 35 quid off of eBay, so I got them really cheap. Very happy with them. Been looking for some units for a while and deciding what to do, and they came up at the right time, and I thought I could make use of them. And this is the results that you can see. You've still got some storage at the back and obviously underneath, and I still retain my shelf. I'll just show you around the back now. So yeah, this is the back of the unit now. This is my shelving unit. Now, it used to go all the way across until I got the units in place. But as you can see, it's quite handy. It's quite strong. You could actually sit on that. It's just held in with a couple of screws, so it's easy to take out if you need to get other things in. But at the moment, I've just got some storage under there, storage boxes. I've also got a little retaining strap here at the back. Just holding a few things in, and I've just screwed those in. Got a couple of decent screws and some penny washers. These straps are quite cheap off of eBay as well. So yeah, got a couple of those. Not sure if I'm going to cut holes in the end here. I might put a couple of hooks up to hold things. The other thing we've got is got a net on the ceiling. At the moment it just holds in a couple sort of body boards, but the net came from eBay as well. I think it came from China or somewhere. It cost me about 10 quid, and these holes are already built into the framework of the van, so that just retains a few bits and pieces. I suppose you could put other things in there as well, like bedding and stuff. Got an old bullet kite in the back there for a bit of fun on the beach on a windy day. But yeah, you can still get to that storage area underneath. I've made allowances so that can be done. As I said, the seat's actually gone over. It used to be over to the left, but now I've moved it over to the right. So that's where it's located now. Eventually we will like to get a rock and roll bed. But for now, you know, this is good enough for what we need. You've got plenty of storage underneath there as well, being the T5 seat. So just want to tell you about these little speakers. I managed to get these off of from a charity shop for about £3. They're not bad. I mean, they're 100 watts, but they work quite well. They're wired into our stereo system. And this is the USB charging device I've done a review about recently. And people might ask, where is the USB section rail? Actually, that blew. That was my fault. I wired it up the wrong way around, got the polarity the wrong way around, and it just blew straight away. Didn't like it at all. So at the moment, got my leisure battery is giving me about 10 volts. It's not the best battery. I need to get a new one. But the ports work there, and obviously it's close to the worktop, so you can plug in your iPads and your phones and various bits and pieces, and keep an eye on the charge. My leisure battery is under there at the moment. I will do a better review on it on another day once I get the system fully operational with a new leisure battery, and I can actually trial this 240 volt fridge. This fridge is one of those just like coolers, beer coolers or whatever they call them. I got it sort of for about 40 quid. It actually runs at about 75 watts, but the drawing current on startup is about 10 or 12 amps. Now my inverter can take that. It does do that. It doesn't always do it straight off, but I'll just prove to you. I'm just going to plug it in and see if it actually runs. So I need to switch that bit on. Yep, the fridge is now running. Can't hear it, but it's actually operational. It took a couple of attempts for that inverter to start on, but as you can see by my currents, my voltage on my battery, it's not doing too bad. How long it will actually last before the battery makes the battery go flat, I really can't tell. As I said, I've tried it indoors a few times, and it does certainly run for a few hours, but I think the battery's pretty knackered. So it was one of those bad buys I bought and claiming that the battery was okay, but in actual fact it wasn't okay, and it didn't take a charge very well. So this little inverter is a 300 watt inverter. So as I said, this unit only runs at about 75 watts when it's actually running, but it's the draw current. Now, I know you can get fridge capacitors that go on the back, or you wire into the system, and it's like a soft start. So once I've got a proper battery, and if the inverter continues to give me errors on startup, then I might have to think about adding a capacitor on the back of the fridge to help alleviate that problem. The way I'm thinking of running it is obviously running it during the day, or certainly when we're driving about, and then maybe shut it down at night time, because by then hopefully the temperature's dropped and you shouldn't have to get to the fridge too much, and hopefully it's retained a bit of coldness. I mean, we're only going to be keeping eggs and bacon and milk and bits and pieces in there, a few drinks and whatever. Okay, what else? Eventually we might put in a sort of like a hob sink unit into place. I am purchasing like a draft excluder, which I'm going to put along the edges of all the shelves, just to stop things moving around. Maybe put a couple halfway across the shelf, and they're just like rubber door frame or windows draft seals, and that'll just hopefully stop things moving around. I've got a box of bits and bobs there, and obviously all my gas down the bottom there, and a few accessories. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully that helps you. Please comment and subscribe to my listing as I change things or improve things or get the worktop and eventually sort out my cupboards. I'll perhaps do a little video on that as well, just to see how we've organised things. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you soon.